Then me wait a whole hour.
It started with the penis part.
Y'all ain't ready for this one. They ain't ready. DME and Branzo.
Oops, I'm
For what? The same man.
What up, Nene? House froze over.
If you owe me money, then pay up. I'm done with doing but some favors. Boss today you got some pasta. She keep me drinking like pasta. Now one of them dudes, I can fool if anyone.
What up? What up, though? It's your boy DME. All right, boys. Battle Truth and DME Detroit facing off tonight on the Black Compass. You said it would never happen. They said it would never happen. I'm pulling it already here. My voice is going. My voice is gone. I did a 4-hour live the other day and my voice is gone. Don't do me like that, voice. Don't do me like that, voice. We know how Malachi got that super phone, the Superman phone. We know. All right, so on a real tip, we're gonna be on Black Compass tonight. Battle Truth's gonna be on there, and then the rest of the regulars of the Black Compass. Tony Bro, Polo's a blogger, by the way. Did you know Polo blogs? He's funny. Drizzy, my man Drizzy, Midwest Driz, and the Ghost, Posey, the Ghost. Hopefully they'll all be there. Sometimes they're not always there. You never know. They said 7 o'clock, but we know how the time goes. You know, they run on smack time. But it's all good. It's all good. No big deal. We'll figure it out. I'm actually about to leave for Cleveland. I'm leaving for Cleveland today. Gonna be there for a couple of days. You know, I got business out there. Me and Ponce and Nanny, we got business out of Cleveland. But I should be able to get on here. I'll be fine. Jump on the phone. It's all good. Told Ponce about this. She's excited. She wants to hear this debate. Man. And I'm assuming a lot of it's going to have to do with this whole union situation that's been going on in battle rap, and I find it to be hilarious. The last vlog I did, I hadn't listened to Disaster Calico and Hollow that didn't it on yet. And Hollow jumps on and he says this.
Yo, Hollow, what's good, bro?
What up, Luffy?
Everybody on strike?
Hey, man. It's a lot
no more bars?
A lot of niggas.
No more bars? Come on now, guys. No more bars? Huh? Y'all on strike? Is that what we're doing? I gotta tell you right now, I'm on the side of Calico, Hollow, and Disaster, the Ghosts. You can arguably have all three of those on your Mount Rushmore. I have them all on my Mount Rushmore. We're going to put Calico on there because I'm from Detroit. And Cal is Cal. I get it, all right? My Mount Rushmore changes every day, all right? Relax, people, all right? It's a little bit dated. Just because the president's had a Mount Rushmore with 4 people doesn't mean battle rap's supposed to have a Mount Rushmore with 4 people. It doesn't make sense, all right? Who cares? Who's your favorite battlers? That's all I care about. Who is it? Name them. Give me your top 5. Give me your top 10. All right, and we'll go from there. But I don't think there's a GOAT. Yeah, well, there is. I mean, Hollow's the GOAT, but, you know, you don't have to agree with that. You don't have to agree with that. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't agree with that. And shout out to the new host on Angry Fans Radio. She's a Hollow fan, and I love that. Finally, he gets a voice on Angry Fan. Not saying that Caps isn't a Hollow fan, but he does always be like, I don't know about Hollow sometimes, man. I don't know. You're not supposed to know about it. It's good you don't know about it. You know, it's good you're not, the record. I don't wear it's not about Hollow. It's about the union. It's about the union. See, I always get drifted. I can't, these Hollow debates, I can't deal with it. All right. After watching a few of Truth's blogs about the situation, I agree with him on certain points and disagree on others. I don't know if he's running with that. I can't remember if he's running with this whole 2.5 million pay-per-view money buys, whatever the web count was. I don't know, but, you know, it's possible he is. But I know Hitman is, and a lot of people are. And listen, guys, I said it before, and I'll say it again. First of all, there's no union. There's no such thing as a union. You in order to have a union, everybody has to be in. Does Hitman Holla really think he's I was gonna say Matt Hoffa. Does Hitman Holla really think he's Jimmy Hoffa? Are you willing to put in and sacrifice what you have to do that, Hitman? Huh? You can't just talk. We all know what happened to Jimmy. Well, actually, we don't know what happened to Jimmy. That's the problem. That is actually the problem. I think he's buried under Fox Theater, but I'm not sure. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Probably is, but I don't know. I'm from Detroit. Do you not understand what unions are? I laughed at it when I first heard about it, because what you're doing is not a union. What I heard you guys saying, and what I heard Battle Truth saying is, well, Battle Truth is really saying is, and I agree with this. I mean, this is what you should do. It's not. There's no union in battle rap. There's not going to be a union. You need organization. You need everybody involved. When there's a union and you guys go on strike, you know what that means? That means the people who aren't signed up in your union and you go on strike, if any of those people go ahead and battle on any of these leagues while you guys are on strike, they're scabs. Do you know what a scab is? Do you remember the NFL, the baseball? They had the scab players, the line jumpers. Was that what we're doing to battle rap here? Huh? Can you imagine? It will just destroy battle rap. This is a different type of scenario here. This isn't. You're not construction workers, guys, who need to be protected and this and that, and you can just be replaced like that. This is a whole different story. Then you want to bring up the NFL. That's a whole different story as well. Everybody signed up. You can't play in the NFL unless you're part of this union or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Don't quote me. I'm not a NFL union expert, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm almost positive that's how it works. But in order to be in the NFL, you have to be in the union. All right? Is that what you're saying? In order to be in battle rap, you have to be in this union? Or in order to be in the URL, you have to be in this union? I don't understand. You guys could just get up there and talk. You just talk. Sure, talking gets you somewhere, and it helps you move the storyline along, and hopefully change can happen from there. But Hitman, you're leading the sheep off the cliff. You are. You're leading the sheep off the cliff, Hitman. And you're actually doing way more damage than good, and I don't think that's your intent. I don't think that was your intent. I think you're coming from a place of good. Upset, wanting the battlers to get their fair due and da-da-da-da-da. But you pushed the 2.5 pay-per-view million number heavy on Angry Fans Radio. Heavy! With no proof. Zero proof. A web click counter on a website is not pay-per-view sales. Do I have to say this 75,000 times before you guys continue to go with this lie? The onus is on you to prove that that's the pay-per-view number, because everyone knows that's a web hit counter number. That's been proven. That's an HTML code in all websites. Now prove to me that's a pay-per-view number, buy number. The onus is on you to prove it. You can't, so you're lying. You're making stuff up. You're assuming. And then you're going to start a union off lies? That's where you're going to build your so-called union is? There is no union. The part I agree with Battle Truth is, yes, go do your own thing. It's not rocket science. It's not that hard. If you say you can and you say you can't, you're right. The infamous words of DDP. I don't know where he stole it from. I'm sure somebody. But if you say you can and you say you can't, you're right. If you say you can't, you can't. You're right. You can't. Because if you have that mentality that you can't, then you are 100% can't do it. If you say you can do it. You can do anything. These aren't special people running these pay-per-views. This isn't like This isn't physicists. You know, this isn't rocket science. Like, what are we talking about? Anyone can rent out a venue. Anyone can hire avocado or proper filming crew. It just takes money. You got to put your put your money up. Are you battlers willing to put your money up for these shows and take the risk? Put your money up front and then hopefully get in the back end. Is that what you're willing to do? I just hear talk. The leagues matter. They have importance. You guys want to just brush these leagues off like they're nothing, like they do nothing. They actually bring something to the table. And you don't have to ride with the leagues. That's fine. If you don't think that they're paying you correctly, that's fine. I know one way you don't get your pay up is make a public debacle about it. How does that work? How many of you battlers have agents? We know Twerky has oh my God, let's not even talk about that. I know Romnitty has a good manager. But other than that, I really don't know. So maybe some of y'all, the rest of you do. But if y'all serious about this and you really think y'all really think you're that worth something, you really think your worth is that high that you demand more than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 every battle, then get an agent, get a manager, a real manager, a real manager. No, I said a real manager, Twerky, a real one, a real one. Get a real manager. I don't bring that. I won't kill that. All right, all right. If that's what you think, but just getting on the radio and crying, complaining, you sound ridiculous. You sound ridiculous. And I said it in my last blog. Do your own thing. It will show you if you're really worth it. If you're really worth the money, and you claim you are, and the league has nothing to do with it, that is the names only. Rent out a venue, hire the proper people. Pay-per-view's not hard to do. It just takes money. If you say you can do it. If you say you can't do the pay-per-view, you say you can't do it on your own, then you can't do it. You're right. If you want to be a boss, be a boss. But if you don't want to be a boss, then you're a worker, bro. And the only way you're gonna get more money is if you negotiate with your boss. And if you don't like it, you leave that company and you go to another company. All right? If you don't think URL is being fair to you, you go to King of the Dot. If you don't think King of the Dot is offering you enough money, you go to RBE. If RBE is not offering you enough money, then obviously your money is not worth what you think it is. Your brand isn't worth what you think it is. Shout out to Disaster. He's putting his money where his mouth is. He's doing a pay-per-view. I think he says end of September. I think he's battling a midget. All right? $10 pay-per-view. He wants to see how many of what kind of core fan base he really has. He wants to see what kind of core that will buy anything he does, so he could find where his worth is. All right, $10. I'm buying it. You know I'm buying it. All right, all right. Do that. If T-Top, you really think you're worth the money, go ahead, do your own thing. You be the headliner, and let's see what happens. If you have such a huge fan base that demands a certain amount of money, then you promote that. You promote this your own pay-per-view to this fan base and see if they support you. It's not hard to do. If you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. Everything else is excuses. Everything else you throw at me is just an excuses. That's why I get sick of all these battlers. They're just full of excuses, and not all of them. We're going to be talking about this later tonight. We're going to be talking about it later tonight. But I just want to let y'all know that this whole union thing pretty much got shot down right when Hollow, Calico, and Disaster got on, because it was like the adults talking to the children. It really was. That's what it sounded like to me. The adults talking to the children. Now, I agreed with everything they said before they said it. Like it's clear as day to me. You can't start a union in battle rap unless you get everybody on board. Everybody. Nobody can say no. And if they say no, they're not allowed to battle anywhere. You know that's not going to happen. And the nerve of these battlers to come out after Summer Madness 7 and the debacle that's been a lot of this year. A lot of these events have been subpar. People choking, people running out on deposits. It's been a joke. And now you want to start a union to get more money out of the leagues? Listen, I want you guys to maximize your money. But we can't hold your hand, bro. People can't hold your hand. Learn from your peers. Learn from your peers. Learn from Hollow. Learn from Calico. Learn from Disaster. Disaster's worldwide. Calico's making money on music. Hollow got the LOF. You want the power? Act like a boss if you really want the power. But we all can't be bosses. It's not how the world works. It's not how our economy works. We cannot all be bosses. And not all of us are bosses inside. There's a lot of us that are just relegated to be workers and are more comfortable in that role. And I understand it. Sometimes I don't want to be a boss. I was a worker for 20 years of my life before I became a boss. I've been a boss for 10 years, a worker for 20. I started working when I was 10 years old, and I never looked back. 10 years old, I got a job where I worked 30 hours a week, and I never looked back. There's never been a time where I haven't been a worker or a boss. 20 straight years of being a worker, 10 years of being a boss, all right? That's what this is all about. Figure out if you're a worker or a boss. And then everything else will fall into place. We'll see you tonight, Battle Troop. Peace.